False pregnancy, or what we term pseudosciences, false pregnancy, that is our discussion for tonight. Why has it become relevant for us to discuss this topic? Because a whole lot of charlatans are having a field day with uninformed couples, people who, because of lack of information and education, are being led astray by false prophets and false preachers. And we have had situations whereby you are told, oh, your baby was stolen in the womb, or this one delivered a lizard, or this one delivered a crocodile, or this one delivered. We have had all manner of things. Why we are not saying that the spiritual realm is not relevant? That's not what we are saying. But what we are saying really is that for lack of information, a lot of couples have been driven with this kind of testimony, and they begin to believe what they ought not to believe. That's why it has become necessary for us to discuss this very particular one, false pregnancy. A situation whereby a woman thinks she's pregnant. She believes she's sincerely pregnant, and she's looking forward to having a baby at the end of the day. But unfortunately, because she has not gone for antenatal, no particular person have checked her to actually discern whether she's pregnant. On the day of delivery, the doctor discovers that there is no baby in the womb. It has happened several times over. It has happened to the extent that the women involved are beginning to believe that there is a spiritual undertone to it. No, there is not. There's no spiritual undertone to it. It simply happened and you didn't pay attention to all the information that you need to pay attention to. How does false pregnancy occur? It occurs when you have had a long period of unfruitfulness. Infertility that is not properly treated. Somehow, because of your over-expectation, you allowed your expectation to come in the way, and then your body and all the enzymes and symptoms in your body, they began to react as though you are pregnant. They began to send all manner of hormones, and before you know it, you begin to take in a lot of air that enlarges the tummy. It appears as if you are pregnant. And before you realize what is happening actually, all the indices, all the signs of pregnancy begin to show on you. And we have had women that for the next 9 months, they are carrying a huge tummy, thinking actually they are pregnant. As a matter of fact, all the symptoms of pregnancy are there, except that there's no baby in the womb. And when you go through the ultrasound or all the techniques you use in checking whether there's a baby in the womb, it is all negative. That is what we call false pregnancy. And I know a lot of sisters out there who have been victims or preyed on this kind of situation. I know of a woman who, honestly, no matter the counseling that she received, she still believes today that, some spiritual entity came and took away the baby from her womb. We have had situations like that. It is a case of false pregnancy. And I know of a truth, if you listen to this very particular topic this morning, you'll be richly blessed to the glory of God. We don't wish it for anybody. Whereby it happens, you need to know what is happening unto you. You need to know so that you don't get deceived by charlatans out there. You don't get deceived by people who feel that they see what they do not see. People who interpret you based on their own psyche, on what they think it should be. You don't get deceived by them. I have known people who lost all their money because they were chasing shadows. Because actually trying to find a baby in a place where there's no baby is like chasing shadows. And I know very well that if you can only but listen, you will take one or two things from what I'm about to say today. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so immediately. Get subscribed. Look at the red button by my side. Click on it. Get subscribed and be part of this awesome channel. This channel is blessing lives. And I know very well that if you can take a look at some of the topics we have done in our playlist, you have a whole lot that will augment your marriage and make your marriage better as the years go by. We are still discussing the issue of false pregnancy, or what we call pseudosciences. If you are a woman out there and you feel that you have taken in, you are seeing signs of pregnancy, the very first thing you need to do immediately is to reach out to your gynecologist or to a health personnel who will check you properly and find out whether you are actually pregnant or not, and then put you on a schedule so that you begin to attend antenatal care. You begin to receive antenatal care. Very, very important. Because I know of people who, for one reason or the other, they don't do this. And because they believed what they believed, when the real truth opens up, they are shocked by it and they are depressed by it. If you are one that is carrying a baby and you take this step, it can also ensure that you give birth to a quality baby. But if you don't have a baby in the womb and you are suffering from pseudosciasis, then the doctor will be able to decide on some certain regimen which you must adopt in order to restore back your menstrual cycle. Very, very important. If you are also someone who is discovered to have this burden, false pregnancy, please stop visiting praying centers. It will not change the situation. It will not change the situation. They will only end up in deceiving you. Sometimes you reach out to somebody, one charlatan, and they dip hands in you and you begin to bleed. And then before you realize it, you think, oh, it is the baby that is coming out, or maybe you are having a miscarriage. No, it is simply your menses that is supposed to come out that sometimes have been hindered for one reason or the other. It is better and more appropriate that you take the conventional medical means in order to sort out yourself. And of course, therapy is needed. Find someone who is trained and who is a professional in therapy, somebody who can actually, check your system and be able to discern what the problem is so that you receive adequate treatment. It is very important that you do this. Please, like I always say, a stitch in time saves 9. If you are able to discern what is happening unto you in time, solution will become easier. Solution will become easier. And of course, if you are having a false pregnancy and you are in the hands of a quality medical personnel, it becomes easier for your situation to be normalized, because they are going to take some proactive measures to ensure that you are not only treated in what gave rise to pseudosciasis, but you are also prepared for a normal process of menstruation. And of course, you will also be prepared for a future pregnancy. And I can tell you that the real pregnancy will come. Sometimes, as one carrying this burden, you may feel a shift in your womb. I can tell you, it's not the baby that is shifting. It's actually lumps of flesh, or what we call fibroids, that are shifting. So you need to actually seek for medical help. Please, you need to seek for medical help. It's very, very important. Pseudosciences have deceived a lot of people, and they have gone out spending their money, and at the end of the day, the result is always negative. And I believe that it will not be your portion right now. It will not be your portion. Please, before you log out, look at this red button by my side. Click on it, get subscribed, and give me a comment even in the comment section. I would like to hear from you. And especially if you have been someone who have had a case of false pregnancy before, I would like to hear from you. Give me a comment below, and let's do this video next week. There are more wonderful productions that are coming your way next week. Have a wonderful time. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.